Hey folks, welcome back. People here. So a new pack just dropped and it introduced some new supports, or rather supports for lights and darks, specifically chaos decks, or decks that like to utilize lights and darks heavily, such as the popular Dragon Lings. So I'm going to showcase some of that in action today, and of course if you want the deck list, here you go. And without further ado, let's begin. Alrighty, so for this replay, I am going first, and my hand may look bad, but actually it is bad if I get Ash. So anyways, I'm going to activate Reinforcement, I'm going to add the Raiden, I'm going to normal the Raiden, I'm going to activate Raiden and send 2. It's okay, I'm going to banish my Cartesia, summon the Druid Swarm, now I'm going to make the Baron. This will mean I have access to my Dragon Link plays now, so I'm going to banish the Druid to make me the Striker, because White Dragon is a special summon. White Dragon's add me Black Dragon, Striker cannot add me Boost Sector because Boost Sector is in hand. Now I'm going to make Romulus. Romulus is going to add me the Ravine, and then the Black Dragon is going to add me the White Dragon. So before I use Chaos Space, I want to make sure I have ways to add and search things I need before I draw, because the draw is obviously random. So at this point, the last thing I need to do is Ravine first before I Chaos Space. So Ravine is going to send my White Dragon to send the Router. The last thing I need to do is add a rocket name. They're going to Kelback. I'm not going to negate that because that will just trigger a mill, and at this point I know they're playing Tearlament, so there's no point in doing that. So Chaos Space is going to now draw me a card. So I return, and then I drew Snow, which is okay. Now I'm going to activate Boot Sector. Boot Sector will now summon the Tracer, locking me into Dark because that's my only other play. Now I make Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler will mill 5 or add one of those 5 cards. And at this point, yeah, it's a pretty good mill. Duality is there, so I get to draw. So I'm going to add the Caliber, mill everything else. Now I activate Duality to draw by returning a Light and Dark. And I drew another White Dragon. It's okay. Anyway, BLS's effect. I'm going to bash the Kelback. Now here I made a misplay. I accidentally banished Necro off of BLS. So that means it will not be able to special summon itself because it was not through an effect. So that means I lose out on Baron. So I could have here waited it out by a misclick. It's okay, I still have a play. But anyway, Summon Vampire is going to mill 4 from both sides. I know it's a Tearlament player, so I'm going to take their Soliac. Fortunately, I did mill Wolf, so that means I get another body. Shadowlight will now activate to allow me to normal summon one more time. Boral N is going to be here, and then I'm going to Special Caliber normal the Snow off of the Shadow's Light. Then I make Borrelo's Savage. Then I'm going to activate the Snow in the graveyard. Snow will banish 7, and then I'm going to negate it with Boral N to summon Rocket Tracer. This will allow me to go into IP Masquerena. And that's about all I can do. So I'm missing Baron because of the misplay, but it's okay. I'll just work with this. And it's back to the opponent. So for them, they top deck the Super Poly, so it is what it is. So there's the Garua, right? And they're going for battle. At this point, I'm just going to save my Snow for potential disruption. I'm not going to worry about the bounce. We'll just see what happens from here. So they also open Foolish. That means they're going to disrupt my Snow bounce banish. So yeah, anyway, Xiamen. So they're going to do Adora here, forcing me to banish 7 again if I want to disrupt. So at this point, I'm going to pray they didn't open anything else, and the Xiamen was their only last line of defense to set up something because it is main phase 2. So Snow's going to flip it down, and let's see from here. So they did have another play, so they're going to fuse into the Rising Cart. Rising Cart will still give them their Chaos Rule play they're looking for. So now they're going to send Xiamen and Deer Note. This will add them. Xiamen's going to pay to add the Foxy Tune. Now they're going to make Chaos Ruler. Oh, Chaos Ruler will now mill 5 or add 1, mill 4. So this entire engine piece is going to give them potential 9 mills. We'll see what happens from here. And hopefully I get lucky. There's Rhino. Yeah, I got lucky here. Okay, so they're going to add the Fox to mill 4. So they're going to mill 8 total because they're going to Zombie Vampire. At this point, they're really desperate for a play. Zombie Vampire, hopefully luck is on my side again. Mill. Luck is on my side again. So they're going to go into Rhino Heart. Rhino is going to give them the Halfness play. And for me, they milled potential plays on my side as well, thanks to Thunder Dark being in the graveyard. So they're going to go Kikolos. Kikolos going to add the Soliak, and at this point, this is the last potential plays they can make. Yeah, that's the last potential play they can make. And top deck, the perfect top deck. Bestial Lubellion is going to add me another Bestial name. I added the Magna. Banishing the Dark triggers Dark to add me a Thunder name. Bestial Magna is going to actually add end phase, add a Dragon. They're going to negate it by sending the Kikolos. And that's totally fine. So as you can see here, I have a level 4 Light and a level 6 Dark. This means I have Chaos Angel play to disrupt them even more, which is good. So they're going to mill again, and luck is once again on my side, and they did not mill any answers. And I'm going to actually Hawk to make Colossus. Now I'm going to X-Synchro into the new Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel is here, and now I get to banish, and it is unaffected by monster effects. So I'm banishing their Soliak just in case they have some other plays off of Colossus that they're going to negate. So I leave their Garura on field. I'd rather not get them that draw yet. I'd rather make them work for it. So they're going to Chaos Roller, and then they're going to banish 2. So they banish the Foxy in hand, plus the Dark in the graveyard. And now they have a 3000 beat stick. They're going to activate the Sharon, so most likely drew that. And then they have no more plays. So at this point, I'm like, is this Tearlament player unlucky or just really unlucky? And I'm just going to say yes, they're really unlucky. So Gloom, I'm going to wait for its effect. I'm going to Snow now here and then flip down their only monster that can't flip down. So that way they don't go into any more Link plays, Splash Exceeds play, or a potential Synchro play if they open a tuner of some kind. Their only line of play right now would be for Fusion if they drew a Fusion, but based off this, most likely did not. So back to me, and now it's go time. So safer, I'm just gonna add a Black Dragon. I'm gonna activate the Roar here to add back the Hawk. And then I'm gonna banish, go into my Striker that I return back to the deck. Striker's not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna add a White Dragon to thin out my deck a little bit more. Special the white, then make the Minerva. Now I'm gonna activate Minerva and see what happens. Perfect, I milled Light Thorn name, so I draw 1. So now I summon Chaos, popping Gloom and the Soliak. So at this point, I think they ran out of names. Oh, I think I know why. So I'll show you their deck list after, and we'll see from there. So this is GG. What a weird game. So hold on, let me show you their deck list really quick. So I looked at their deck list and I realized, oh, they're playing post-ban list. So meaning no Agito, no Merle. Without Merle and without Agito, that means they lose Sprite Elf and Sprint from their extra deck, on top of not having another Fusion play as well as the mill. So game number 2, I went first again. I have a pretty okay hand. So I'm going to go Foolish Burial. Foolish is going to send the Dark. I'm scouting for Ash. So White Dragon, banish Dark, Dark adds me Hawk. Now I'm going to go into my Dragon Link's play. So I'm going to make, of course, Striker. Striker is going to add me Boot Sector. Then I'm going to activate the White Dragon to add me the Black Dragon, the Chain Block. If it was an Ash, at this point I'm confirming that there's no Ash, there was no Imperm, there was no Failure. So that means I'm safe to use the normal summon of Radiant to mill 2 whenever I want. But here I'm going to go greedy. I'm going to Romulus. Romulus here is going to add me the Dragon Ravine. And then Black Dragon is going to add me the White Dragon. So White Dragon's going to be discard fodder along with the Black Dragon. So there's the Ravine. But because I opened Shinobi Necro, I'm going to discard the Necro so that way I can get its effect live when I use the Chaos Ruler. So I'm going to mill the Router to add me a Rocket name. Because I have a tuner I did not know, I'm going to add the Recharger instead. Mill 2, activate the Boost Sector. Boost Sector specials to Recharger. Now I go into Chaos Ruler before I lock myself into Dark's only. Chaos Ruler is going to mill 4, add 1 if possible, or mill all 5, who knows. So here I choose to, I think, add. So I add Tracer, mill everything else. Then I'm going to activate Chaos Space. Chaos Space is going to return the white to draw a card. I drew Chaos Space, that means I send my black to draw to add Lubellion. And now activate Lubellion to add a bestial name, the Magna. Now activate Magna to basically go into the bestial stuff. So end phase search dragon, bounce it for Lupellion. Lupellion will now activate the brand regain from my deck, and then I make zombies. So let's see what they're playing. Zombies effect, no 4 from both players, and it looks like a Kashtira Tearlament player. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens, but it confirms to be. We'll see. Now I'm going to activate Chaos to banish 2 to special summon itself. I banish the Necro, activate Regain to return the White Dragon to draw a card. So now here is a Baron play. So I drew Shadow Light, which is good. Now I activate Shadow Light to summon Safer. Shadow Light's effect now allow me to do an additional normal summon. So now here I make the Baron. Now my Chaos is banished. Safer's effect to add me another Tracer, and then I link them all off to make Boral End. And because I have a normal summon, I'm going to activate Tracer to pop the launch to summon the Synchron, and then I'm going for the Hawk to make the Colossus, and then yeah, I just do a lot of that. Boral Load Savage, and then going to Colossus. And I know I had a hot red, but this is enough. I should probably went into hot red or something, just so that I can have a bestial space, but this is enough. But anyway, they're playing Ice Jade from the looks of it. I'm not sure about this effect. I'm just gonna negate it just in case I can't activate anything, because I was confused by that turn. But anyway, Tinola is gonna give them the Sea Mare, which will give them play, so I am going to negate that, and then summon the Tracer. I cannot chain with Bolter, otherwise I won't be able to negate, I think. But anyway, they're going to activate that, I'm not going to negate it. They're going to return whatever that is, and then they're going to activate this, which I am going to negate, because I don't know if they're going to send it or special, so I will negate that. And Colossus only prevents adding to hand, not drawing. So, and that's about it. Interesting. Quite interesting. We'll see how the meta shapes up after the ban list, but based on the experience so far from my first game, it will definitely open up a lot more decks, I would say, but I think we'll see a lot of weird stuff happen. But anyway, that's really about it. So if you have any questions or anything, just leave in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them, and that's about it. So take care, everybody. Abel is out.